Hey class, so today notes are super short. We don't have a whole ton to do with them. It's a pretty quick one. So we're just gonna dive in, we're gonna done with so you can check it off your list and get your exit slips done. So today we are going to be looking at what we call standard form. Okay, and it's also a shortcut. Okay, so it's sort of like slope-intercept form, it's a shortcut. Standard form is when we have something in the form ax plus by equals c. Okay, and in standard form, there are two things that we can find. We can find an x-intercept, and we can find a y-intercept. So yesterday in notes, we talked about what an x and y intercept were, but I just want to make sure we're really 100% clear with this. So like I said, an x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. Okay, so let's say I have a line like this. Okay, the x-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. So right here, I would say that this has an x-intercept of 2. Okay, I would say that this has a y-intercept of 6. Okay. When we are given something in standard form, we can find the x and y-intercept by doing some very simple division. So let's say we are given 6x plus 2y equals 24. To find the intercepts, we're kind of just going to ignore the letter that we don't want to pay attention to. So from this equation, if I want to find my x and y intercept, to find my x-intercept, I'm going to ignore the y. I'm just going to cover it up, and I'm going to pretend that it's not there. Okay, and when I cover that up, I then see something that says 6x equals 24. Right, and when we are solving equations, we undo multiplication with division. And so I can easily just divide by 20 or by 6. So I'm going to do 24 divided by 6, right? 24 divided by 6 gives me 4. And so my x-intercept is 4. To find my y-intercept, I'm just going to ignore my x. Okay, so I'm going to pretend that the x isn't here. Now you have to be careful because you do have to keep that sign with it. Okay, but we'll do the same thing. So now we'll do 24 divided by 2, which gives me 12. So I have an x-intercept of 4, I have a y-intercept of 12. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So let's say we have maybe x minus 4y equals 16. So if I want to find my x-intercept, I'm going to cover up here. There's really a 1 there, right? So I'll do 16 divided by 1, which hopefully we know is 16. So my x-intercept equals 16. Now when I cover up here, again, this is a negative 4. So I need to do 16 divided by negative 4. Okay, and that tells me that my y-intercept is negative 4. Okay, so I'm literally just typing in my calculator, dividing to get that value. Okay, it is possible to have something that doesn't go evenly. That's okay. So maybe we have 4x plus 2y equals 10. Okay, so if I cover up and I do 10 divided by 4, my x-intercept is 2.5. Cover up, my y-intercept, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay, once we can find those intercepts, we can then take that information and we can graph it. This is a lot easier than graphing in slope-intercept form, so we have to do a little bit of extra work to find the x and y intercepts. But once we get them, it's just plotting a couple points of exactly what the number is. So let's say I want to graph 2x plus 3y equals 12. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is find that x and y intercept just like we were practicing. Okay, so to find my x-intercept, I'm going to do 12 divided by 2, which gives me 6. Okay, and to find my y-intercept, I'm going to do 12 divided by 3, which gives me 4. Okay, once I have those numbers, I'm just going to turn them into where they fall on the axis. Right? I want to have an x-intercept of 6. So on my x-axis, I want a point of 6. I want a y-intercept of 4. So on my y, I want to point at 4. And there is my line. Okay, so maybe if I have 2x minus y equals 8. So I'm going to find my x and my y-intercept. Okay, so if I cover up here, 8 divided by 2 is 4. So my x-intercept is 4. Again, when I cover up here, I have this negative, right? So there's really a negative 1 here. So 8 divided by negative 1 gives me a negative 8. And again, you could just type that into your calculator. Okay, so on my x-axis, I want to be at 4. And on my y-axis, I want to be at negative 8. And there is my line. Okay, so log into Aleks, complete your exit slips for today. Remember, those are going to be for a grade in Power School. Let me know if you have any questions or make an appointment on my calendar. Have a great day.